All right, it is Thursday, and that means FusionCast, episode 26. I'm your host, Fusion64. Along with me every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here, is my co-host, Rebel Blood 80. How we doing, sir?
Cookie
Clicker!
Yes, I am playing Cookie Clicker.
It's a Thursday night. That means it's also football night
I thought it was podcast night.
and podcast night. Football and podcast. Football, podcast, and
What?
chill. In
What's
that
more
order.
important?
We'll see. We'll see tonight. A big day today. Big day.
Was it?
It was huge, massive.
I don't think I agree with that, but I
Changed
also don't
the landscape
disagree
of
with
video
it.
games today.
Well, I guess we should just get into it then, right?
What do you think? Maybe we should, huh? Should we start with the Nintendo Direct or the State of Play? Which one you want to start with?
Start with the crappy one first.
Okay, let's start with the Nintendo Direct then. I think you referred to the other one, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Oh, man, dude. We are on opposite ends of the spectrum here tonight. Whew.
I cannot believe you like that
That
PlayStation.
PlayStation State of Play was a banger. It was a banger. I'm excited for all that stuff, but we'll get into that in a minute here. Because I got to pull up everything that was announced there. Well, there was nothing really announced that was new, but I liked the games that were shown there more.
You know, some of them were actually shown better this time around than their first impression.
Oh, yeah, I would say probably, yeah, definitely.
I'm going with Helldivers.
Okay.
Might as well start with that since that's on my mind.
Yeah.
I thought that looked way better than it originally showed in
Okay.
their first preview.
Okay,
for it.
now that you just threw me for a loop, I got to pull up what was at the PlayStation State of Play. I did like Helldivers. It looked a lot better. The voice acting they had was pretty dumb, but pretty bad.
Yeah, it's always bad whenever they try to do that stupid.
Yeah, like
we're gonna.
do
Hey, what-
this.
Yeah, no.
Right.
I don't know about you, but when I'm in a group chat with people, it's mostly shit talking, and then shoot that thing behind you,
Right, yeah, totally. Oh, I got you.
and then back to the shit talking.
Like, you asshole, you killed me.
You're goddamn right, I killed you.
I
It's usually stuff like that.
thought the gun sounds and like it sounded in the gameplay looked pretty decent. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, it looked. It looks like the Starship Trooper game we deserve.
Right,
Actually.
totally. It looks like it got delayed. It was supposed to come out this year, but they bumped it to February of 2024.
It looked a little bit more graphically impressive to me too. I don't know. Maybe they
It did.
refined it a little bit, or maybe they just used better footage this time around. It just looked a little bit more graphically impressive.
It did, definitely. I think that the February release date for that is probably much better for the game. So I think it would have got buried in if it released this winter, basically.
Yes.
Although we really
I
don't know
think it
what's
would've.
coming out in February. There's another game, that big game coming out in February, but this game needs a little bit more light to shine, and everybody's gonna be busy. This year's so packed. People are still gonna be playing stuff. You got Starfield still, Spider-Man, Mario and stuff. So AC,
Spider-Man.
Spider Boys to men.
Exactly.
So I think that's a good window for that game, as long as like five more things don't get announced for February. But
Yeah, and it's coming to PC, so I'm happy about
that's
that.
true. Yeah, we could crossplay.
Is it crossplay? I didn't see that on
It
there.
has to be crossplay. It has to be.
I would hope so.
Dude, I mean it has to be.
Because I played the first Helldivers with you, didn't I?
We did, yeah. We did couch
Yeah, that was a
co-op.
lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a fun game. That's why I got my fingers crossed for this one. I would have no worries about this one if it was like top down like the other one was. So we'll see if they can pull off the third person perspective.
How hard can it be to pull off a third-person shooter nowadays, though?
I don't know. Hopefully not that hard. We'll see. But yeah, that was kind of exciting seeing that. We saw Ghostbusters VR. I think that game is on Quest, I believe.
That looked like shit.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny looking at it. We'll see. I don't know.
That
I
no,
gotta
fuck
see.
that game.
I gotta.
I heard the music, and then I was like, "Oh, a new Ghostbusters game." And then I heard what they did to the music, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck this game."
Yeah, I'm like, Let's see. Is that this? I wonder if that's the same game. Ghostbusters: Rise of the Ghost Lord.
And then you don't even play as the Ghostbusters. That was a bummer, man.
Well, you play as yourself. What does it matter? Oh, it's okay.
No,
so
I don't want to play as myself.
There's another Ghostbusters game that's coming to MetaQuest. I don't know if that's the same one.
I want to play as one of the Ghostbusters.
Oh, it is the same one that's coming out next. That's coming to Quest. So it's not. There's no reviews out for it. It's not out yet. So we'll see. But the big one for me this was RE4 VR. That's confirmed. This is coming out in the winter, which is pretty exciting. I've been looking forward to that one a lot.
Did they give an exact date, or did they just say winter?
Said winter is like November through March, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So,
okay. So we're gonna be playing it sometime
it
in the
could
next
compete
6
with
months.
Helldivers.
It could totally, yeah. Fingers crossed for winter, meaning like before Christmas.
No, if it was before Christmas, they would say before Christmas. Winter is.
They wouldn't say before Christmas. I think that they gave a
January, February next year.
They gave a winter date so they don't have to be, say that it got delayed or anything like that. Because
that did look cool though.
Really, you're not going to be. I don't even know if they have PlayStation VR 2 disc games. I think it's all digital. So, I mean, you can just drop it. I mean, there's millions of people that already have the game, so it's not like they're beholden to a date. They can announce a date and say updates out now or next week, really.
And you don't have to pay anything for that update, right?
Probably not. You didn't have to pay it for any of the other ones, so.
Yeah, I would be interested. You should live stream yourself playing that when it comes out.
Totally. And then along with that, we got the exciting announcement of the Separate Ways DLC coming next week, the 21st, to Resident Evil 4, that's awesome. Very pumped. That looks great.
I don't have that game yet, so I wasn't interested in that.
Oh, see, that's a big plus for me right there. You haven't played the new Resident Evil 4?
No, not 4.
Oh,
last one I played was Village.
Man, this is the best one. This game is probably better than 90% of the games that you've played this year. It's better than. And you've not played it yet. Oh, man.
I played some really good games.
You played a lot of bad games, too, this year.
I played Starfield. That's a game.
That is a game. And there's a free update for the Mercenaries thing, so that's a huge positive in my book. Huge win right there. This whole state of play, I think, was everything except for the Separate Ways DLC and the Ghostbusters game. And I guess that indie game that started it off. It was all mostly previously announced stuff. It's just better trailers and release windows and release dates. So, like, if there's a negative to look at that, yeah. There were no big announcements.
There was one big one for me in particular.
Roblox for PS4 and PS5, October 10th. That's a big announcement.
I couldn't believe that Sony didn't have that on there yet.
No.
I thought that was everywhere.
No, it's basically been like an Xbox exclusive.
Oh,
yeah, it's only on Xbox. It's not even on Switch either.
Yeah, why wasn't Xbox pushing that thing? Roblox is fucking huge.
It's huge. Yeah, I would be having like... See, this is where I feel like they make a lot of mistakes, is their marketing sucks, really, because that should be like...
Yeah.
That should be a bundled box, like, basically.
I assumed it was... I mean, even though Roblox is free, right? It's free to play.
Oh, right, but you could, like, give, like, 50 Robux or something like that in the box with it.
Exactly.
Whatever, right?
You could have thrown Roblox on a box of a Xbox Series S and probably sold way more.
You just put the box, or the... Roblox on the box. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, the artwork on the box.
Totally, yeah.
Roblox on box work.
Yeah.
On box artwork.
So that's a big announcement, just looking at, like, it's not for me. My kid was hyped. I told him, I I was like, Roblox is coming out next month for PS4s. What? Oh my god! So yeah, he was excited for that.
That was not the one that I was talking about.
That was not the one you were talking about. Tell me what the one you were
No.
talking about is.
The new DLC for Tales of Arise.
Is that what that was? I thought that was a separate game. That's a DLC.
And the bottom it said you must own Tales of Arise to
okay.
play this. So it's got to be DLC.
Gotcha. That it's expansion. Yeah, November. Okay. I thought it looked good. Whatever it was, I'm like, okay, this looks good.
Yeah, I've been trying to get you to get that game for a while now, man.
I know.
That's a really good game. It's a really good JRPG.
I should. I'm on a Japan kick right now, so I probably should.
After Final Fantasy 16.
After Final Fantasy 16, Crisis Core, and what I'm playing this week too. So.
And the announcement, the Final Fantasy announcement, or
we'll save
extra
that. We're
footage they showed today.
We're gonna save that one for last.
Fair enough.
We got red, white, and blue Deep Earth collection colors, faceplates, and controllers. Pretty nice.
I was not sold on those.
I wish that like they would have had this out already when I got my like Easter blue controller that I got. I would rather have this darker blue, but whatever. It's a whatever.
Yeah, but how shitty are you gonna feel if you wind up buying one of those and then they come out with the PS5 Pro and it's not a universal mount for those and you can't use them anymore? That was my first thought. It's like they've got the Pro on the wings and they're just now, like they haven't released anything like this before yet, except for that Spider-Man's one, right? Spider Dudes.
No, they've had these up before. They've got all different colors already.
Oh, do they? I haven't seen them before.
Oh yeah,
this is the first time.
They've got a purple. They got a light blue. A lot of.
Well, I know
Deep
Brand does a bunch of them.
Yeah, no, they have their official ones on their website.
Okay, I've never seen
Spider-Man's the only one like game-wise that they have.
Have you seen that D-Brand Spider-Man one though? That one looks really good.
So. I have not. No.
Oh, you should check that out. I think I might get that instead of the Spider-Man one.
I'll have to check that out.
For sure. But still, my point remains. They've got a Pro system coming out, and I think there's a high chance that those mounts, the plate
not. Yeah.
won't fit the Pro because it's going to be a different design.
Right. I mean, if you go back to PlayStation 4, 1 out of every 5 systems sold were Pros. So, like, 20% of the audience has to worry about that. So, like, that's probably a very small amount of people that are got that. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
I guess
man.
so.
You know?
I think that would be a me problem.
Right, yeah.
Or a you problem.
Or a me problem, yeah, which I already know, so I'm not getting it. You know, so.
Exactly. Although I do want, like I said, I want to get those D-Brand ones. Knock off Spider-Man.
Announcement of the show. Foam Stars, woot woot! Foam Stars beta at the end of next month. I am pumped for this game.
Thought that was ass.
I am pumped for this game. I am fake.
I know why you're
fake
pumped.
Splatoon. I'm excited.
That's why I think it's ass. It is exactly Splatoon.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited.
Fake it's 100% Splatoon. It's Splatoon on Sony. That's kind of ass.
It's Square. It's Square. To be fair, it's Square.
Yeah, that makes it even more ass, especially with the later news that we didn't talk about last week.
It's probably going to be bunk, but we'll see. I'm excited to play the beta, and the impressions of the people that played it at one of the shows over the summer, it might have been like fake E3, were like really positive. A lot of the people that played it, like in the media, said it was like one of their favorite games of the show. So,
I'm sure it's Splatoon, and that kind of is a bummer for Splatoon, I think.
Right, but this game's not going to be anywhere near as big as Splatoon, so.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more competitive, though, because of Sony's online infrastructure compared to Nintendo's.
Maybe, but I think people that are like super competitive are probably playing like Siege and Call of Duty and stuff, so I don't know. And it all depends on what like the pay model is, if this is going to be free to play or if this is going to be a $70 game too. So
that's true too.
Yeah, I don't, but competitive people are going to be paying $70 for this game probably. So,
well, you don't know. You go to Evo, And there's other fighting games there besides like Street Fighter 6 and shit like that. You know, they've got the Smash Brothers there, and then there's little corners where they'll have odds and ends like I don't
Yeah,
know, something weird like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something.
right. I mean, this game's just gotta be like the best thing about Splatoon is like you can have fun and be competitive without like trying to kill other people and just like ink your turf. So if this has something similar, a similar mechanic, then
I
yeah,
don't know.
I'm
I
down
think you
for
could
it.
drown someone by
Foam,
smothering them with suds.
foam, sud. Yes, good point, suds. Yeah,
They need the
I've
Halo announcer. Sudstacular.
Team Sudser. Yeah, dude, I'm excited for this game. Seriously,
Gilliman Sunzi.
this is.
I don't know. I'm just.
I am very, very excited for this game. Let's see.
No, it looks neat. It's just kind of like I said. I don't know. I even though I don't play it much, I did like Splatoon,
Yeah,
and it feels like they're chasing that Nintendo clout.
they are 100%. They're going for it. They're going for the more grown-up, the more mature Splatoon crowd.
No, they ain't. That still's cartoony as shit.
I was shocked. I didn't pay attention to the Avatar trailer this summer. That game looks awesome.
I saw it.
I can't wait. That's day one purchase for me.
All right. Here's what went through my mind, because I did see the first trailer for it, and I'm like, wow, the original game on the 360 actually looked better than this. And I was like, this game looks like shit. And then I saw it today, and I was like, hey, this game looks pretty good. And then I kept watching, and I'm like, no, wait, fuck that, and fuck Ubisoft, because this is just still fucking Far Cry.
Yes, thank you. Excellent. Make every game a Far Cry. Every franchise a Far Cry game.
No, Far Cry fucking sucks.
But Avatar is gonna make a cool Far Cry game. It's
a cool Far Cry skin to
yes.
to play. It does look neat.
It does look good. Ubisoft is on a comeback, man. The previews for Assassin's Creed Mirage were pretty positive. They said,
you might get me to change my mind on that.
The dev said you can like 100% this game in like a little over 20 hours. So that's pretty cool. That's exciting.
What looked good to me was that it actually looked way better to me was the Prince of Persia game.
I
thought that looked really good.
I was at work and I didn't see that one on the direct. So, but like, yeah, hopefully, they got a little bit of resurgence here. We're going back to some fun single player games.
No, Ubisoft still sucks.
No, they're coming. You love them. You're playing The Crew and other crappy Ubisoft games. I don't want to hear your bullshit.
It's because I buy the games at between $5 and $10,
and then you waste your
so bad.
time. Time is more precious than the money.
You are right.
You're wasting it on these Ubisoft games you hate.
But I might want to get that Prince of Persia game.
Okay, let's
pre-order it. It looks that good to me. You should actually.
It's a 2D, right? 2D side scroll or something.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a Metroidvania.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard good things about that.
Well, some people are saying it looks bad, and because you don't play as the prince.
Oh.
I think you're actually after the prince, and I'm kind of down on that too, because you play a Prince of Persia game, you want to play as the prince. But if the story is cool, where like the prince is evil or something, and you're chasing after him, sure, maybe that could work. But it looks good enough that I'm willing to overlook not playing as the prince in a Prince of Persia game. Right?
I have no emotional investment in the prince from Prince of Persia. I'm sorry, I'm not with you on that one.
Sands of Time and all those.
I never played those.
Some of those games are really good.
I've never played any of those.
Not all of them.
I thought Spider-Man 2 looked excellent, visually stunning. The map is twice as big. They added Queens, I believe. So
what really got me interested in it, and why I was saying it looked good, is because the ability to switch between characters any time. That's that might be kind of neat.
Right. They have like instant fast travel. You click a thing on the map and you're like instantly there, or you're instantly like teleported through the flying. Do you see the flying? That looks awesome. I was reading something online that said some of the side quests you'll tackle other Marvel villains. So there might be different villains from the Marvel Universe in there, which is pretty exciting. I'm hoping we get a Wolverine cameo. That would be pretty cool.
I was just about to suggest that.
Right? There has to be. Like, I feel like, I mean, since Insomniac is also making Wolverine, if, like, there's no...
You know what they need to... They need to set up for Wolverine
with, like...
a Wolverine cameo with a Hulk cameo. Because in the Wolverine game, you got to fight the Hulk in that game.
That would be cool. Should be like a post-credit, like, a post-credit scene for, like, Wolverine in there. There has to be. There has to be. It's a total failure. The game's a terrible game if it's not in there.
Yes. If it's in there, it's a 10 out of 10 game.
Yep.
If it's not,
it's a
1
4.
out of 10.
4 out of 10, like Jim Sterling gives Starfield. But for me, man, the star of the show is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh, man, that looked good. That's my most anticipated game, for sure, 100%.
That did look good, and it looks like there's going to be a lot in that game.
It does, doesn't it? Like, they go through a lot of different areas from, like, Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I remember they were saying each one's supposed to kind of cover each disc, right? Or at least that's what I was assuming.
Yeah,
like,
something like that.
The first one was all of disc 1, and part 2 is going to be all of disc 2, and it seems like they're reaching far.
We're reaching far.
It has been a while since I played Final Fantasy VII, but it looks like there's going to be a lot in there.
Right.
And I was a little worried because after Midgar in the original is when the game really opened up and it was large.
Yeah.
And I was worried it wasn't going to be large. I thought they were going to keep it kind of closed.
No, it seems anything but closed. Like, because Midgar seemed kind of closed.
Exactly.
And this seems like there's a lot of different areas in here to explore. A whole bunch of different characters. You've never played Crisis Core, have you?
Never ever.
You should. I mean, Zach's in there. Zach's my guy now after playing Crisis Core, so I'm excited for this.
I'll play it if you want to buy it for me.
I don't think so. I think I want to.
All right. Good.
You can find it
because I wouldn't play it.
You can find it cheap.
No. Yeah, it's actually on sale now, but it's still more than I want to pay.
$30,
considering how much I have to pay. I don't know. I could tell you.
Ooh, Kate Sith's in the trailer. Oh, Kate Sith. Vincent. They got a Vincent cameo. You only see him from the back in this trailer. You get to play as Red this time, which is nice. But
it is $35.
Okay, I think the game was $50 when it launched at $50, I believe. I don't think it was a full price game, so not much off.
Yeah, there's a deluxe edition that's currently $49.
All right. Oh yeah, man, this trailer hit me in the feels, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens with Aerith if they do the thing or they don't do the thing with her.
They're going to do the thing. They got to do the thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They kind of changed up the story a little bit, it seems like, so I don't know.
Which is why they have to do the thing.
They have to, man. They can't retcon that. That's it.
Exactly.
That is
they need to get your hopes up, and then they need to dash your hopes.
That is like a landmark moment. They show the giant snake. Do you remember, like, first time you left Midgard and you hit that snake and it was just, like, totally decimated me? Oh, man.
Yeah. You had to have the enemy ability materia to learn one of the abilities for it from that thing.
Yeah.
And I think it was a good ability. I don't know. It's been a long time.
I don't remember. I beat it maybe like 5-7 years ago on the PS4 version. That one's nice. You can use like you can not stop limit break. There's a lot of cool cheats in there.
Yeah, I have that version and I've started a couple of times and I've done it with the cheats because I have beaten 7 a couple of times maybe. I just can't stick with it long enough to see it through again.
What is the place they go to? The Chocobo.
The golden something.
Golden saucer. That's what it is. Golden
That's
saucer. Yeah. That's in there. There's like obviously they're gonna go back to like the Shinra Mansion in is it Nibelheim, I believe. So yeah, they're going to a lot of locations. I believe that's where Vincent is, the Shinra Mansion. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where he's at.
I have high hopes for that game.
Yeah, I mean, it looks awesome. So yeah, that's why. I mean, I thought this state of play was great, and I mean, yeah, there were no big announcements, but like, I liked a lot of the stuff in this state of play. Like a lot of this stuff hit me. I was excited for it. We got release dates, release windows. They didn't show.
So my biggest issue with it was all stuff we knew about.
Right, totally. Yeah,
I wanted to be surprised.
I can't argue with that. It just this stuff hit me. It was all stuff that we've seen before, but I got excited to see it again, and they showed better trailers, like you said. So
yeah, it actually made me want a few more games than I originally wanted.
totally, I forgot about that Avatar game. And so yeah, I'm definitely in on that, unless like it's bombed and it's bad. But
Yeah, I'm not going to get my hopes up for it. I'd rather get that Star Wars game by Ubisoft than the Avatar game.
that's not this year, though, is it? I don't
think so.
So I would totally give this a B state of play.
I, sir, would give it a C.
That's fair. It's fair. This was better than that showcase they had early in the year.
Yeah, because it showed more stuff that I actually wanted to play, really.
It was more quality over quantity.
There you go. That's a fair enough thing to say.
It wasn't like
I said,
there wasn't a long section that was like bad stuff that you didn't care about. I didn't care about. It didn't waste my time.
Announce my Days Gone 2, goddammit.
It's never coming. Never coming.
I need to know what happens.
So what did you think about the Nintendo Direct?
Amazing. No, it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was just okay too.
There's a lot of cool announcements, some stuff that, well, we knew about the stuff because
we knew about
basically
everything. Right? We knew about basically everything in this Nintendo Direct, except for Paper Mario and F-Zero, right? I mean,
there was
Mario
rumors of an F-Zero.
There were okay, so like
nobody just pinpointed what it was for
right.
F-Zero, which I'm on the fence about this, right? Because I really like the idea. I love the 99 games. I think they're fucking awesome. But I hate because they
take them away from you. Yes, I know. Yeah. So like, I don't want to get invested in this game, and then they take it from you. And they rip it out of you. Well, yeah. Mario 35 is awesome. Bring that back, please.
Yeah, Tetris 99 was awesome. That's still around though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's still around. That's because it's not a Nintendo thing, I don't think. But like, dude, they should be doing a Mario 35 like every month, 2 months, 3 months, and just change up the art style, or go from Mario 1 to Mario 3 35, Super Mario World 35, Super Mario New Super Mario 35. Like, totally.
Or collect these into like a single launcher where you go, just call it like the 99 games launcher, and you go in there and you play Mario 35 1 month, and then the next month they'll rotate in F-Zero 99, and then the next month keep rotating them.
Yes.
To keep things fresh. Just don't take them away from us, because
I know.
I really like that Mario 99. Or,
it was awesome.
Damn it, Mario 35.
Dude, yeah, it was so cool. I even like Tetris 99. I played that quite a bit.
Heck, man.
I started playing the F-Zero one. There's a tutorial, and I didn't get past that at Elite for Soccer, but I'm excited to dive into that. I'm not very good at F-Zero, but I'm gonna try and at least get a victory royale.
You got the Super Nintendo controller for it?
I do, but I don't think I'll use it. I'll probably just use the Pro controller, because I don't even think I've taken the Super Nintendo one out of the box.
Oh man! Pro tip. You got to use your shoulder buttons.
Yes, totally. Yeah. I just kind of figured that out. This, go ahead.
I was going to say, I don't have it downloaded yet. I got to charge my Switch. I was playing Pikmin.
Princess Peach Showtime. That's what the name is. That seems like they reskinned a Kirby game almost and made it a Peach game. He has different abilities and like changes into like a sword guy or a sword woman and other things. And so,
I was going to bring that up. All these games look like they're being made on the same game engine. Like Nintendo has this engine where they just kind of throw skins on things. Though I thought that Princess Peach game actually looked pretty neat. It looked
Yeah, totally.
like
Yeah, I
it
think
might be a Metroidvania. Like when she came out to the giant plant-like thing, like maybe you have to go and get different abilities, or maybe it's just like per stage abilities that you got to swap
maybe.
between.
Yeah. I didn't get to see a ton of the Nintendo Direct. I mean, I listened to the whole thing and watched a good portion of it. I was at work. But yeah, that's a game that interests me for sure. Have you played any of the Mario Donkey Kong games before?
I have not. I totally missed out on them, which is why I'm excited for this one.
They're good. They're good puzzle games. I think I played one of them. I think on the DS. I believe it was either DS or
Is this a totally new
GBA.
one, or is this a remake of one of them?
I bet this is a remake. I think this is a remake. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is.
Okay, because that would be cool if it. Either way, it's cool because I never got to play them.
Yeah.
On the Game Boy Advance, and if it's a remake, that's cool. If it's a new one, that's cool, because if it's a new one and it gets popular enough, they'll probably wind up doing remakes like they did with all the Pikmin and
Right. Yeah.
and Luigi Mansion since.
I can't. Let's see if I can find anything on this. I feel like it is. Oh, it's a new. It's a new one. Okay. Oh no, wait, this is no. It's a remake of the original game that was released in 2004 for the GBA. Okay. Still, it's been 2004. That was 20 years ago when this comes out. So we're not gonna remember it. It's gonna be new to me and everybody else.
It's gonna
be new for a new generation of people.
But the art style and everything of that game is more of an indication that they just have this game engine that they're easily able to. At this point, that's not a port. They're just rebuilding it in whatever game engine that they're using. So,
right.
So if they keep doing that for bringing those games to modern audiences, I think that's super cool.
They're remaking everything that they got, really. I feel like they're remaking a lot of stuff.
I'm cool with, unless Switch 2 comes out and it's not backwards compatible.
It's like Breath of the Wild remake, Breath of the Mario Odyssey remake. Contra.
Yeah, that.
Okay, we're on this Contra trailer really quickly. What did you think of that?
I thought it looked neat. I thought it looked way better than the what the hell is the name of that crappy one I got?
Is that Hardcore Uprising or something like that?
It might be that.
Yeah, when that came out, I was like, "Oh, this is exciting. I definitely want to play this."
Contra Rogue Corps.
Contra Rogue Corps. Okay. Yeah, dude, that looks excellent. The engine thing, I feel like they're kind of just remaking everything in this engine. But I mean, it gets games out. So I mean, it's good. Maybe it's a little bad, but it's good.
So as long as they don't flood the market like Ubisoft with their Far Cry games,
right?
How every game's a Far Cry game at this point.
Totally.
Except it seems like they're taking a step back from that, right? So
yeah,
that will be super cool. I just don't want Nintendo to flood their own market.
Right. No, yeah, I get it.
Because even that remake of the GameCube game,
Paper Mario, yeah, it's another one.
Yeah, that looks like it's in the same game engine.
Yeah.
Because that didn't look like a Nintendo GameCube port to me.
It looks like, I mean, it looks exactly like Paper Mario: The Origami King. I have never played the 1,000-Year Door, so I'm like, this looks like, is this a sequel? Because I love The Origami King. That one was fun. So I'm excited for this. I don't know. Now that we're going through this, I'm kind of, I think my score is going to go a little higher for this Direct.
Yeah, you probably just downgraded your score because you knew everything that was going to be there.
Right, totally.
Which is the exact same thing with the Sony one.
Right.
So why'd you rank Sony higher? Let's get into this.
I don't know. Maybe there's a bias here.
I think there's a bias.
YouTuber bias. Let's see. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, you have to play Origami. I mean, I would say probably.
I own Origami King. I played it.
Okay, I like it. It's very good. Some people didn't like the battle system. I liked it. But I mean, the Paper Mario games are so charming.
Yeah, I like it. I haven't beaten it, but I like it.
I'm excited to play this one. I think this is a 2024 game. Their Switch's 2024 is already shaping up to be fairly decent so far. There's no like Tears of the Kingdom or anything that we know about yet, but I already got this game. You got Peach, Luigi's Mansion, Mario and Donkey Kong is 2024. So that's what, 4 games right there?
You could have Metroid 4 in 2024.
I think there's a good chance that you're going to have Metroid 4 along with Metroid Prime 2 and 3. Or you might just get 2 and 3 shadow dropped and 4 is like an early 2025 game.
I'm willing to bet 4 is...
I was surprised that...
put money on it, but I'm going to bet 4 is a Switch 2 launch game.
Yeah, I could see that. I was surprised that we didn't get it like a shadow drop of any GameCube games or anything. You know, the last Direct we got Pikmin 1 and 2. The Direct previous before that we got Metroid Prime. I was kind of surprised we didn't get Metroid
You
Prime
know what?
2.
The art style of a Metroid Prime game is perfect to showcase ray tracing on a Nintendo system.
Yes. Totally. So if we get that ray tracing, baby, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Though I've been thinking about this a lot, and don't be surprised if the ray tracing is only when the system's docked.
Oh, 100%. I would imagine, yeah, because this thing's probably going to suck power down like nobody's business.
Oh, for sure.
Splatoon 3 showed its DLC coming spring. Looked pretty interesting. I still haven't played the
Single
campaign.
player, that might get me to play it.
Yeah, I haven't played the campaign yet.
Well, I don't have Splatoon 3. I just have Splatoon 2.
Oh, that sucks for you. The expansion for Splatoon 2 is actually really good.
I think I have that.
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD looks really good. That game is a 3DS remake, and that's a pretty good game. It's more bite-sized than Luigi's Mansion 1 or 3. But
did they release Luigi's Mansion 1?
No, they redid that for 3DS, like in the beginning of the Switch's life cycle when they were still making some 3DS games.
Okay, so we get expected to come actually because we'll have 2 and then 3 on the Switch, right?
It's probably a Switch 2 game. I bet you that's like a Switch 2 remake that they're gonna pull out, like towards the end of the gen, probably.
And that would be a perfect game to show off HDR on a Nintendo system,
right? Because you got to figure like
dark hallways with bright colored ghosts.
You got to figure there's probably a Luigi's Mansion. They bought the Luigi's Mansion 3 developer. I forgot who that is. But they bought them, so you would have to imagine they're working on Luigi's Mansion 4, and that's one of the best looking Switch games, Luigi's Mansion 3. So, next level games, yeah, okay. They bought them. So yeah, that one's a little smaller. I'm excited to play that. What do you think? I know it's 100% nostalgia, but that Tomb Raider remastered 1 through 3 of the original ones, I'm like, oh man, that'll bring back. I'll probably play it for like 5 minutes, like ooh, but it does bring back some good memories.
When I got off work was went on Steam to see if they were releasing it on PC, and they are.
Okay,
so
that's
yes,
good.
I'm excited for it because on Steam, well, any PC port of it, there's no controller support, I don't believe.
Oh, really?
And while it has tank controls and stuff like that, the original Tomb Raiders, that is, I'm not about to try that on a mouse and keyboard.
No, God.
Tank controls, so
no way.
Bringing controller support for me will be fun. Nostalgia. I've never played part 3 though, so that'll be interesting to play.
I don't think I did either. I know I played 1, and I think I beat 2, but I don't think I played 3.
I beat 1, but I don't remember a damn thing about it because I still own my original disc for part 1.
Okay.
And I remember playing part 2, but I don't think I beat part 2.
Gotcha.
And 3, I don't even know what 3's about.
I don't either. No.
And then they start going off the rails after that.
Right, totally, yeah. That was when it went downhill. Dave the Diver, October 26th. That's going to be there'll be the first console to get Dave the Diver. And supposedly
that game's been around on PC for a while, and it's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah, people like that game. It's like one of the top played games on Steam Deck like the past few months. So it looks pretty interesting. I'm excited to play that. Switch has been getting these indies. Switch be getting the indies. That was one thing that disappointed me about this PlayStation showcase is like they haven't been getting a lot of the good indie games lately. And I was hoping to get
Nintendo's.
Yeah, they're locking them up.
Snatching them all up.
I was hoping they would get like a Vampire Survivors or a Brotato, but nope.
Because that wasn't the only game that they were console first on. I don't remember the other one, but there was another one that they announced at the Nintendo Direct.
Let's see.
Was it that strategy game?
Unicorn Overlord? The new Tactics one? The Eden Chronicles?
They announced a lot of tactics games.
Yeah, they did. The best announcement of the Direct was when they announced that their gallery museum is on track to be completed by March 2024. I'm like, what the? They're like, oh, we have two new announcements. I'm like, oh, okay, what's this? And they start talking about their museum. I'm like, I don't give a shit about this.
All right, I'm never gonna make it there.
Yeah, like, who cares about this? What the hell is this doing in the Nintendo Direct? Get this out of my Nintendo Direct.
Build one in the United States.
Right.
Then I might care.
I think that's
Wargroove.
Wargroove. Oh yeah. That's
like
a
the
sequel,
original
right?
Wargroove.
Yeah. Speaking of that, before I forget, that from the last Nintendo Direct, it was that Saturday morning cartoon-looking game that I think it's a first-person shooter, Myth Force or something like that. I believe that just came out this week.
Yeah, there's a deal for it on Humble Bundle where you can get a pack of 4, so it's 4-player co-op.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Why else would they sell 4? I haven't looked into the game yet.
I haven't looked either. Not too hot. 6 out of 10 on Steam. Okay.
Yeah, gotta read a little bit deeper sometimes though, because is it actually a bad game or does it have unoptimized?
That's true. Those PC nerds, they get really upset and they'll start review bombing shit.
Yeah, like shitty Starfield.
That's it for the Nintendo Direct. What would you give that Direct if we're giving letter grades? I gave that PlayStation State of Play a B. You gave it a C. What would you give the Direct? Would you give the Direct a B?
There's more. Yeah, there's more games I wanted to play out of the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the nostalgia with the games and the ones that I missed of them bringing all that stuff back. So yeah, I'd give it a B.
Yeah. I would give this a B as well. There's probably more games that I would. I'm 100% going to play the games in the PlayStation Showcase. And here I really want to play these games. I'm going to buy them, but I don't know if I'm going to play them for years or so. I don't know. But like this was pretty good.
Yep, it's got me actually excited for the Tokyo Game Show. Hopefully,
I think we're
going to
get some
farming sims.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get some more announcements next week. Yeah, there might be more on Final Fantasy VII. I think Square has a showcase. So, yeah, we're going to be some good stuff next.
Xbox has a showcase.
I'd imagine we're going to get some Sega stuff, some Yakuza stuff.
For sure. Hopefully something surprising from Sega because of how much IP Sega has.
Yeah.
I want to see rumors floating abound of Jet Set Radio and stuff like that. I'd like to see something like that.
I would as well. What was the other?
Capcom has a showcase there.
Oh yeah, Capcom Monster Hunter. Maybe it's about time, isn't it?
I would hope for a Monster Hunter. I'm not going to hold my breath. I do want to see more of the Dragon's Dogma. Show me more of that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, I got you on that one.
I'm drooling for Dragon's Dogma. If you've not played Dragon's Dogma, you need to. It goes on sale for like $5 all the time.
We need to talk about GearBox.
Do we?
And PlayStation acquiring GearBox.
Not going to happen.
So supposedly they're up for sale. Freaking Embracer Group, man. They're just gobbling up all those studios, and then their money fell through. They closed Volition, and now they're looking to sell Gearbox because they need money. I think
Xbox is going to buy Gearbox.
I don't think they're going to.
No, I don't think so either.
It's probably gonna be like Tencent or somebody, probably shitty, or like EA.
My
probably.
money on they go independent.
I mean, they would have to like buy themselves out then, wouldn't they? Probably.
Yeah, that is true.
Because the whole thing is like your Embracer's not doing it out of the kindness of their heart. They're doing it because they need money. So
Right, but they're a profitable studio, so they've got to have money, right?
they got 1.2 billion laying around. That's what they bought them for.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They might, but regardless, I think
I just don't feel they don't seem like a Sony studio. I see what you're saying from your video earlier, where Sony needs a shooter studio.
Yes, and then live service studio.
But that game is less of a shooter and more of a looter.
It's a schluter. But yeah, it fills holes that they need in they need shooters. They want more live service games. I think it would be a good investment for them. Who knows if they're going to, who's going to get them. My money would be go to like Tencent or EA probably. But you see EA just shut down, or they laid off like 40% of the staff on that Immortals of Avium game.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Because it bombed.
That game was supposed to be okay, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty decent. Yeah, but just pretty decent this year. Nobody's gonna buy your game,
right?
Especially how crazy this year is. Xbox doesn't need any more first-person games. They need to start going. They really screwed up by not getting Tomb Raider, Crystal. Seeing as how they're working on one of their games already, and then like the Tomb Raider franchise would be, ideally great to go to Xbox.
It would give them a direct competitor.
Third person, yeah, a albeit lesser competitor, but a direct competitor nonetheless.
Yeah, but as soon as the deal clears, Xbox is going to have plenty of IPs to screw around with if they feel like bringing stuff back.
It's to be a COD machine, baby. Crank up the COD factory to 11.
Probably.
That's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, I just don't see.
And Diablo, it doesn't seem like Diablo is. I don't know. This one doesn't seem like people. It seems like it came and gone.
It did. Player base is falling off of it.
Right.
I think the same would happen to like a online service Borderlands. I feel like, yeah, they might have sold well, but I don't think people are that favorable of Borderlands anymore.
They've got a really hardcore fan base, and I think there's a Borderlands movie coming, but that's a risky run. Is like going after and buying like these franchises that are like one game that you never know when it's going to fall off. Really,
Well. Doesn't Gearbox also have Duke Nukem too?
Okay. Who gives a shit about Duke Nukem?
Or did they just publish that?
They probably just published that game. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I just can't see anybody wanting to buy Borderlands. Is all.
Somebody will. Somebody's going to.
And I don't see what Tencent would get out of it.
Well, Tencent wants them. They're like Embracer. They've got a little bit of their hands in just about everything, gaming wise, really.
Right, and you would think that Borderlands would be the most profitable of the ones that they have acquired.
Well, they have owned like a big stake in Epic, so no. So I don't know. It was food for thought. I think that Sony should try and acquire them. It fits. Just as me selfishly wanting more first-person shooters.
Well, they do have the makers of Killzone.
But they're stopped making first-person shooters, though.
Yeah, because Killzone wasn't that great.
Yeah. Maybe they'll buy the Helldivers developer.
Killzone wasn't bad either.
Maybe they'll buy the Helldivers developer. It's probably going to tank, and then they're going to go under, probably.
Well, they did just pick up Destiny, so there's their first-person shooter.
Destiny supposedly has gotten really bad with the microtransactions.
Yeah, I tried to go back and play it last year, and I just couldn't get into it. I couldn't.
The onboarding is awful in that game.
I couldn't make heads or tails of where I was in the storylines, and I didn't know what DLC I had to buy to play what, and what was
vaulted, and
yeah. Had no idea what to do, so I quickly gave up and uninstalled it, and have not gone back since.
Before we get
Way to go, Bungie.
Before we get into what we're playing, I don't know if you've seen, they unveiled the iPhone 15 and 15 Pro this week, and supposedly they have ports of Resident Evil 4, Village, AC Mirage coming to the iPhone 15 Pro.
Did you pre-order your iPhone 15 Pro?
No. But this makes me think that cloud gaming is really just not going to happen, I don't think. It's not going to take off. Maybe not in my lifetime. I just don't think. I think the phone tech is just getting so good, and the diminishing returns on like AAA games, like how much more are they going to spend? Like if you're spending 100 to 200 million on making a game now, why would you spend 400 to make like to where you can see the individual pores in their faces, and like eventually, the tech is, it doesn't make sense to, make these games look better.
I think the real question is this thing going to be able to compete with Switch 2, Steam Deck 2, the ROG Ally, and whatever the hell else comes out between now and then?
I mean, I don't think it's really meant to. I don't know if it really say it's meant. It's a different.
By saying those games are on there, you're walking into that competition, right? You're going after those gamers. Like, hey, don't buy a Steam Deck when your phone could do this too. But then you take one look at those fucking touchscreen controls, and it was like fucking nails on a chalkboard to me, and I hated it. Right. I never want to see the damn thing again because of the.
You could put like they got the you can sync up a Bluetooth controller. You can they've got
yeah I know that for sure, but
I don't think it's going to compete with those yet. I think Apple's like they're always like 1 foot in 1 foot out in the gaming, and
100%. Like how long are they going to support this thing for?
Right. I mean, their bread and butter are like their mobile games. Like they've got real, quote unquote, real console games on there is maybe just like a bonus, but I don't know. I just think the tech, my thing is just the tech is like on phones and these devices is catching up to consoles to where it's like, why would you play like an inferior version from the cloud? I don't know. I just don't see it.
I think the best reason for it is the perfect reason to do it on Game Pass is, hey, am I going to like this game? Let me play 5-10 minutes of it before I decide to download it, right?
Right. Or as like an additive thing, but I don't think it's not. I just don't see it as being this like we're going after 2 billion gamers with the cloud and this. Like, no, you're not getting 2 billion gamers to sign up because of like playing cloud on your phone or without a console. I just don't think it's happening in my lifetime.
No, definitely not.
It's like a nice added, because it add maybe a couple million extra users. Maybe I would doubt it, even that, but.
But yeah, I'm not going to buy an iPhone 15 to play Resident Evil 4.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying I was just comparing the tech, really, of where the tech is native to where, if I had to choose, I would want to play the phone native than streaming something because they can do it already. It's be a better experience. If you're playing on your phone, I would rather play the native version that is basically on the phone than have to stream it from the cloud.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. And that's not where my argument against this thing is going.
Yeah, I'm with you on the playing on the phone. I wouldn't want to play on the phone. I want to play on the PlayStation Portal.
Like the market for portable devices is quickly becoming saturated.
Oh yeah, totally.
There's another new one that I saw a video for. that I meant to send you, and I forgot. I don't even remember what the hell the thing is called, but it comes with a full keyboard
Oh wow.
and shit, and you slide. It's got like Switch controllers that you slide in and out of it. I don't remember what the
Is
hell
that
this
the?
thing is called.
Are you talking about the Legion Go, the Lenovo one?
Yes, thank you. That's the
Okay,
one.
yeah. There's a lot of
That's
different
just
ones.
another.
There's a whole
Yeah,
bunch
and
of
they're just
Chinese ones too that are out there too, like
yeah, the Abernacs and
the
shit like that.
Ion Neo and all these other ones. Yeah.
It's just the market's filling up with them, and I can't. I'm not an iPhone person to begin with. I'm an Android. I'm a Jordian.
Yuck.
I just like the interface better.
Okay. I mean, you do have bad taste.
That's the only reason.
So.
But you know, when I'm going somewhere and I feel like mobile gaming, I bring my Switch with me already.
Right.
I suppose it could be easier just to have my phone on me, but then I'm gonna have to have my phone on me, and I'm gonna be like, okay, let me pull my Bluetooth controller out of my extra fat butt pocket.
Right. And then it's draining your battery, and then if we get a phone call, it cuts out your game. So like.
Yeah.
Right. I get
Yeah,
you.
my phone is always just gonna be my phone, and I'm gonna have a Steam Deck or Switch 2 or whatever to play games on the go. And then in those rare occasions, I sometimes have games on my phone, but usually it's crap like
Cookie Clicker.
Fruit Ninja. No, I should
Fruit
download
Ninja.
Cookie Clicker though.
Is it on the phone?
No, but I should because it's got cross saves.
It's got cross clicks.
It's got the cross clicks. Yes.
All right, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap up this podcast with our.
Actually, we need to talk a
who
little
you're
bit
playing
about.
Oh, you got a topic.
Did you happen to watch the video I sent you about Starfield?
I did not know I was at work when you sent it.
Oh, come on.
And then I had soccer.
This was like
and then
days ago.
oh,
I
was
sent
it
it
days
to
ago?
you.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it just shows how much you ignore me. It was a computer tech guy
Okay.
that I sent you, Jay's 2 cents, and he did a video on Starfield where he was comparing the lowest recommended settings to the base recommended settings between two PCs, and ultimately what he came up with is it doesn't matter what your specs are, the game is unoptimized, and it's bullshit. It's an old game engine running unoptimized on modern hardware.
Well, I didn't need to watch it because you just explained it to me, and then when you sent me, when I see it's Starfield, I'm not going to click on it because I'm trying to.
I mean,
with
that doesn't make it a bad game. It just kind of pisses me off.
Well, it's Bethesda.
Recycling the same game engine time after time
for decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The patches are starting to fall off, man.
They are.
You can't duct tape that fender on anymore.
Nope.
And if there might be riots if Elder Scrolls 6 comes out and it's like this.
Oh, you know it's going to be like this. Come on.
But I still like the game. I'm still having some fun with it. I really want to go back to this just leads right into what are you playing, so I'll start. Yeah, I've been playing more Starfield.
Where were you last? You were so on it last week, I believe.
Yeah, I'm still so. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
But I'm just not in love with it.
It's a good game, right?
It's a good game. It's a good Bethesda game, which is the argument that people are using to support it. Like,
right.
Oh, you should expect the bugs, or you should expect it to run like this because it's a Bethesda game. And you know what? It is a Bethesda game, and I enjoy Bethesda games, but I have better games that I would rather be playing. But I'm playing through this because I got to finish it before our Game of the Year podcast.
You do.
Basically. Yeah.
Can't wait to.
I mean, I don't want to not play the game. I'm not hate playing it.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying it. I just kind of wish it was better. And I guess that supports the articles of people saying that Baldur's Gate shows us that games could be better. And I was like, yeah, you're goddamn right. Games could be better.
Yeah. I feel like The Witcher showed Fallout 4 that games could be better because they both launched around the same time.
Yeah, that's true too. Well, even though The Witcher was broken on
it was. Oh, that's right. The combat was like broken or something like that.
Sound effects were broken. I don't even know if they ever
man.
fixed those sound effects. Like the wind would make a really weird noise whenever it came through my Xbox One. Just like, what the hell?
Would you say that Starfield is a 4 out of 10?
No, it's nowhere near that. I think it's somewhere between a high 7 and a mid 8, right where it is now.
Yeah, I think it's at 83 now. It's been dropping.
Yeah, somewhere around there is the perfect score. Because I'm not a video game reviewer.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do that shit.
No.
I don't get paid for it. But to me, it's somewhere between a 7 and an 8.5.
Are you more
It's fine.
Are you main questing, or are you still just screwing around kind of?
I'm main questing. The last thing I was doing was the main quest, and then I finished one, and then I opened up my quest log to see what to do next, and it was just filled with quests to do, and I was like,
Oh,
I
man.
can't do this anymore tonight.
You're like, I don't want to live. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I exited out. I'm approaching on like 20 hours.
Okay. You got a long way to go. You should be getting the good stuff now. So maybe your tune will change.
Maybe.
If you
I don't know. I
stick
spent
with
like 3 hours redesigning my spaceship this
it.
past weekend.
Oh man.
I need more cargo room. And actually, I have footage for next week's podcast.
All right. Yeah, we're excited for that. We're going to definitely display that, and I'm going to critique your gameplay.
Yes.
What else you been playing?
What have you been playing?
Have you been playing anything else?
I thought we might be able to go back and forth here.
Oh, you can go back. Oh, back and forth. I finished Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
Can you play it again? Is there replay value?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I only got like 20% of the side missions. I guess you can like level up your materia. I mean, there's a bunch of other stuff to do, but I didn't think I really needed to complete the side missions and stuff. I was satisfied with like the 16 hours I put in it. And so it's definitely an important piece if you're going to be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. Definitely. I feel like I'm more connected to the universe now. So I'm going to go back. I want to go back and play Final Fantasy VII Remake before Rebirth comes out. Because I don't even really know about Zack and all the other stuff and the origin of the Buster Sword and all this other stuff. So
you should do a complete Final Fantasy games playthrough on your channel.
No.
Starting at the Pixel Remaster 1.
I don't have time to even play those games, let alone do a complete playthrough on my channel.
That just shows how lazy you are, sir.
Yeah. It's my free time after work is not my time. I'm bought and owned. Yeah, I would recommend it. It's an awesome game. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not awesome. Maybe it's a really good game. So, but it's
I'll get it eventually.
It's definitely like something, it's gonna make playing these other games. You're gonna get more out of them, and it's short too. Like I said, you could beat it in 12 hours.
I've still got to beat the first Final Fantasy VII Remake.
You do, but you never will.
I was moving along at a steady click. I'll get there.
Then you started playing some Ubisoft games, and then, life happened.
Yes, life always happens.
I only got
Ubisoft sometimes happens.
I only got one more game on the list, so you can get through.
All right, go ahead.
Get through about 4 or 5 more years, I guess.
No, I don't have that many this week.
Oh, okay.
Most of my time was with Starfield. I'm also right at the end of Pikmin.
Okay.
All I got left to do is some of the more competitive stuff in the game.
Are you gonna 100% it?
I'm right there, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm very close. I don't like the competitive stuff, because it seems to me like the computer cheats.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to play it on my TV. I might think differently on my TV, because what happens when you play the versus against the AI? There might be 2-player versus on there, like couch versus. I'm gonna have to look at the title screen next time I play it, but it does split screen.
Oh, wow.
So you playing it undocked. I've just got, even though I've got the OLED, I have half of the screen to play, right? And then the other half is the computer, but I'm not paying attention to that. Basically, in the verses, you got to collect things to your spaceship within a time limit, and certain items are worth more points than other items, and you just got to collect more than your opponent within the time limit. and generally the first battle I lose, and then I like dominate the NPC in the next one. I don't know. It's really weird.
Interesting.
But yeah, other than Pikmin, I've just been playing Cookie Clicker
Okay.
and a little Need for Speed Heat.
Need for Speed Heat. Which one is that? Is that the newest?
It is not the newest. It is the oldest newest.
The oldest.
Came out in
newest.
2019.
Okay. I haven't played a Need for Speed game in like probably a couple decades, I feel like.
It's okay.
Yeah. You were the king of loving okay games.
I do.
I started. I'm trying to clean out the fridge, so before Spider-Man comes out next month, and I started Yakuza Kiwami 2. So I'm a few hours into that, and
so basically, you're playing Yakuza 2.
The Yakuza games are fucking awesome, man. They're awesome.
Yes, and hilarious.
They are hilarious. They are hilarious.
You want a good time, play a Yakuza game. It doesn't matter which one.
Right. This one I noticed, like right off the bat, I was like, man, this one looks better, different than Kiwami 1. And I guess Yakuza 2 and 6 are a different engine. And like this game runs at 30 frames instead of 60, like the Yakuza Kiwami 1, which is weird, but it's not bothering me at all. But like the world looks a little bit more detailed and it looks a little better. But really, graphics don't have to get much better look than this for me. I mean, it's still a fun game. I love the voice acting. It is just it's bonkers. I found like this driving range in there, and so I like spent like an hour on the driving range. You got like close to the pin challenge with like 3 different difficulties. I was screwing around playing with that. I was playing Virtua Fighter at the Club Sega arcade, and then like I always do the claw machine sub story, which is fun.
Oh, that's we do have a sub story for everyone. The newest Yakuza game, the game known formerly as Yakuza Like a Dragon,
Okay.
is going to have in its arcade game for the very first time Daytona 2.
Oh, the newest one, the new one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like a Dragon. What the hell is that game called? I can't remember that.
Yakuza like a dragon.
No, it's just Like a Dragon.
Oh, it's Like a Dragon.
Because they dropped the Yakuza.
That's right. Yeah, let's see if I can Google. Let's see.
The Man Who Erased His Name. That's the newest one coming out.
Oh, okay. Like a Dragon. Yeah, okay. But there's another
like
one.
Dragon Gaiden.
There's
The Man Who Erased His Name.
There's another one with the.
You're thinking of Like a Dragon, the RPG one.
Yeah, because there's a second one of that series coming out.
Yeah.
That was
with
that
Ichiban.
Yeah, that was the one that was announced on like the Xbox stage or whatever, right?
Yeah, that one's coming out after this one I just brought up.
Yeah, because they just showed
we're
like
just confusing everybody.
Dude, there's a lot of totally. Yeah, because this one has Kiryu in it, or the man who erased his name. The one you're just talking about now. That's gonna have Daytona 2. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The Man Who Erased His Name is gonna have Daytona 2 in it.
Oh, cool. I gotta play Ishin too. So like, I think I'm gonna skip. I mean, I'd love to play all of them, but I think I'm going to go to Kiwami 2, then Like a Dragon because I own that from PS Plus.
That game is fantastic. That one might be my favorite one so far.
And then I'll probably go to Yakuza 0. And then from there, I'll probably just go to the newer ones, like the Ishin, and then the man, when the other ones come out, then I'll probably skip.
Ishin's okay. Ishin's a lot of fun. It's just not as cool as the modern ones.
Right, because it's like
the modern day
Japan or something,
ones.
right?
Yeah.
So,
but it's crazy seeing all the characters from the modern ones as like samurais in Ishin. So that's kind of fun.
Because like I think 3 through 6 are just like remasters from the PS3, I believe.
Yeah, they're not redone like the Kiwami ones.
Right. So I don't know if I'd necessarily. I mean, I might buy them and dabble a little bit, but dude, such an underrated series, man. That's who
Well, it can't be
Xbox
that
really,
underrated if they
well,
keep making them,
for
right?
for the
People do like
West,
these games.
I guess for the West maybe.
Yeah, I suppose so. They
Or-
should be more popular than they are, I think.
Right,
That's what
totally.
I would say.
Yeah. This is
And if
who
you want to play a more serious game that's kind of like Yakuza, check out uh Sleeping Dogs.
Sleepy Dogs. I've heard good things
Yeah.
about Sleepy Dogs.
Yeah, that's another series that Square Enix killed off. Oh, real quick, we got to talk about Square Enix is in financial trouble because Final Fantasy 16 did not sell to their expectations.
I believe they're in trouble because that was the headline, but I believe if you read through the article,
I
it
did not.
says,
I'm not going to read that article.
right. I believe if you read through the article, it says if Forspoken severely still undersold, and there was another game. It was less about Final Fantasy 16, and it was about the other ones. It was Forspoken, and there was
Still,
another
though,
game.
the fact that Square Enix said that Final Fantasy 16 did not meet their expectations kind of tells you that that company's not being managed well.
Probably.
Right?
Probably.
Because that's their best-selling game to date, and it still didn't sell as much as they wanted to.
It was very expensive game to make. It was probably very expensive to make that game.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know. I think
top-notch.
they're being mismanaged from the top down.
I would say that they have too much filler bullshit that they released and spend money on, and then they released 15 games all in the span of like 6 months.
Oh, last winter or last fall they did, yeah, for sure. They released a bunch of games and with like no time between them.
Right.
They released that Star Ocean game and that Valkyrie Profile game, like right back to back. So weird. That also supports me saying that they're mismanaged.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to read.
I still say Sony needs to buy them.
Nah. They get all their games as exclusives, basically. So. Yes. Forspoken underperformed and were lackluster. Let's see.
Yeah, but we knew that going in.
It's going to be. Foam Stars is going to save Square.
Sure.
I'm going to single-handedly make Foam Stars a huge success.
Oh, we also did not talk about the Unity engine kerfuffle. Did you read about that?
I did. I didn't really care about it.
You didn't care about it. It's going to affect a ton of game development.
I didn't care about it. I know they're going to go back on their words. And it said PlayStation, Xbox are going to cover the costs on their end, I believe.
Yeah, they got to go back on that.
They're going to go back.
For any people listening, Unity basically said that they're going to start charging the developers that use their game engine
like 20 cents a download, but it's the first download or something like that. There's no way they're going to go back on it because people are just going to not use Unity. It's going to be the end of Unity. This was like a dumb statement. They've already kind of mostly went back on it already.
After 200,000 downloads per install, 20 cents. But then the more your game sells, the less you pay, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
To me. Which is ridiculous. But yeah, you're right. They've got to walk that back. Otherwise, because people are also talking about it retroactively affecting developers. So people that have already had their games downloaded and sold, Unity's going to charge them. That's what people are saying.
I doubt. I don't know. I don't even know if they can really. To be honest with you, they've already signed agreements.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like another
bullshit. It's just bullshit.
Story, like the Square story you just told me.
I'm not a fan of Unity. I just thought it was interesting because of how many indie games I play, and that is mostly what
it affects
uses
you a lot.
Unity. Yeah, for sure.
It's a big story for you. It affects you a lot.
You played really good indie games on Unity Engine too.
I did. I'm like kidding. I saw the outrage about it. Then like the next day they went and we listen, blah blah, and then I heard I saw that PlayStation, Xbox were going to cover any costs, and it's going to be resolved probably by like next week.
I hope so. Because don't you take away my darling indie games.
Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling,
indie games.
All right, you got a Rebel recommends for this week?
Yeah, Sleeping Dogs. Since I brought that up.
Sleepy Dogs.
Yeah, sleep them dogs.
All right, next week you're gonna
That
have.
game's always dirt cheap too.
Next week we're gonna have some Starfield footage, and I'm gonna critique your gameplay.
Yeah. I might have to stop by and drop it off, or you might have to pick it up on your way home from work one day because file's too damn big.
Oh yeah,
Starfield is too big to be contained.
That is too big.
My footage is like 5-something gigs.
That's true. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. Yeah, it was a good show. I thought the Nintendo Direct and the PlayStation State of Play were both good.
Now Xbox needs to bring it at the Tokyo Game Show.
They do, yeah. I expect there to be some pretty decent announcements at Tokyo Game Show. So.
And just if you were wondering, I've made 15 trillion cookies during the podcast.
Oh my God. I'm going to ban you from the podcast from talking about Cookie Clicker.
All right. Have fun talking to yourself.
All right. That's a show, everyone. Thanks for watching. We will see you guys next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, same time, same channel for Fusion 64. My co-host Rebel Blood 80. We'll see you guys later.
Leave a comment and a like.
And subscribe.
Adios.